What is happening, Cigars Daily Nation? Today at the Cigars Daily HQ, big things are afoot. We're making some changes to the structure of the organization. And here's what I mean by that. You guys have known that I've been whining for a number of years that we've outgrown the Cigars Daily HQ. And despite the needing a bigger space, the market has been trash for a while. And so we haven't really jumped into a larger HQ. So then how do you solve that problem? Up until now, the goal has been Tetris more cigars into the building. Get them, fit them in different blocks and areas and delete lines and make it work. It's not working anymore. We've overgrown, we've outdone it. It's too much. So here's the only other option we have at this point. We're going to start deleting offices, and that is the task of today. So this room behind me, some of you guys are familiar with it as the American Viking Humidor. You've seen me maybe in here, and this very large humidor, it's done a good job of serving its purpose. But today, we've got a crew coming that are going to delete this office right here, and they're going to take out this entire wall in between this office and the American Viking Humidor so that all of this space inside this office can all of a sudden become more humidor space. We got a little bit of work to do it to make it right and acceptable as a space for cigars to be, but this is the vision. And I got to be honest with you. From the day I got into cigars, and my largest dream was someday retiring from my job as a church musician and maybe having a humidor with 500 cigars in it, the fact that I don't have enough space for the 250,000 cigars that I want and need seems a little bizarre. It's a completely weird thing to have to grapple with, but yet here I am grappling with exactly that thing. Now, my question for you is, have you ever been at work and the boss comes in and he's like, drop everything you're doing, we're making a big change now? It's literally how this day has gone. This is the most impromptu video I can remember doing, because as of staff meeting this morning, we all had stuff to get done. After that, we got a text from our guy who said they could come not only take this wall right here down, but also haul everything off, which is equally as big of a deal. And so that turned from, hey, we've all got a full day's work to do, to, oh, by the way, we have to do this first, move all the stuff out of this office, move all the stuff around in the Viking Humidor, and then we still have a full day's work to do. All right, I'm gonna take you guys inside the process here. Let's make this humidor bigger. Is this what you expected today?
Not at all. It is some heavy lifting, but I like it.
Now, there's Terrence.
It's the most Terrence thing I've ever seen.
That's the epitome of Terrence. Well, it's the next day now, and I finally got some forward progress on this thing. Jim looked at me partway through the day and he said, these guys are going to make this job last all day so they don't have to go do something else. And sure enough, that's exactly what they did. They made the thing last all day. Fortunately, I can show it to you now. Look who it is. It's Terrence. Hi, Terrence.
Also, Cohiba Rubicon Toro's better.
No. Don't slip your propaganda in this video.
It's all right. Propaganda time.
So here we go. We're down here. So normally you guys have seen, this is the American Viking Humidor. We're from the outside. And this used to be an office right here. The big difference is the wall that I showed you yesterday is now completely gone. And so this humidor opens up into a completely new space. Let me show you a better view of this. Now, literally yesterday, I had somebody visit from one of my competitors' institutions, and we were sitting in the lounge chatting about this, and he said to me, Tim, you can never have too much space for cigars. You can never really have enough space for cigars, and I think that's the actual accurate truth. When it comes to storing cigars in a place like this, honestly, for most people, the thought is, we don't want to warehouse the things, we want to move them. But the truth is, having space enough for them is a big deal. So what I've effectively added in this room is 160 square feet, which may not sound like a lot, but by my estimations, I'm going to be able to fit roughly another 40-ish thousand cigars in this space. And that increases my capacity to hold on to the stuff that I value a whole lot and work with cigar makers to create more of the best damn cigar content online. So at this point, Amber has literally been taking apart and disassembling the desk in this room and taking it piece by piece out to the dumpster. And pretty soon I'm going to be building shelves and filling this room with shelves to put the many new cigars in. The great news is I've already got the new cigars on the way. And I literally did this with almost no plan, which is exactly how I think it felt to everybody. Yesterday, everyone was getting ready for their day, and I just said, hey, by the way, we're going to take this wall out, so we need to move everything in this office and everything in the Viking humidor. And truth be told, there are so many things around here that are just a distraction, detraction. They pull me and the rest of my team away from our daily labors. And a lot of them are just a pain in the ass. I mean, they're absolutely a massive headache. But this one has been really nice. Like, this is somehow for us the equivalent of like when you get a new humidor at home and you're like setting it up and seasoning it and loving it. For us, it just also involves disassembling furniture and then building new other furniture and then getting ready to, put the whole room together. But it still comes with that same sense of excitement of like, it's new, it's fresh, and imagine the possibilities. Imagine all of the stuff that we're going to be able to keep in this room. Well, now it's been several more days, and I finally got some progress on this project to show you. It's early. Nobody's here yet. I just heard the door chime. I assumed that likely Amber has walked through the door, but now I can show you some stuff. And I've had to make some changes because there was no plan in getting this going. I actually had to move a few things around. For one thing, typically this door right behind me was the door to the American Viking humidor. It was one that we went in and out. However, these doors, we don't want them sliding and rolling all day. They really were initially made to be office doors. And they do a great job of sealing the room with humidity, which is great because that wasn't the plan when they built them, I think. But what we had to do was find a way to lock all but one, so that people aren't just going in and out willy-nilly. And so this door behind me wouldn't exactly lock. Oh my, it's Morning Terrence. Look at that handsome devil. He's got the curly fries on. Oh, hi Terrence. Good morning. It's good to see you. Thank you. Okay, so behind me here is the one door that is going to be the unlocked door. This will be the door that we use to go in and out. And shelves have been, but you know what? I'm just going to turn around and narrate. So Terrence and I just measured this room to see, because I thought maybe this is now the largest humidor in the building, and it in fact still is not. It is slightly smaller than the other humidor, the one that I'm typically walking around in. However, this one can hold significantly more cigars. And I think a lot of that has to do with the fact that this room isn't like required by law for a wheelchair to be able to get through it. So the spacing in here can be more or less inconvenient for the people who walk through here. I do feel a little bit like tied up in this room when I walk through it, but it means that we can dedicate more space to the actual storage of the items that we care about and love. And this is a beautiful thing. For me, this is a dream come true. We didn't have to move the whole HQ to a completely new space, which was like the number one goal. Someday, I'm pretty sure we're going to have to do that. Like, because at the rate that things are going, there's just no way. There's no way we continue to last in this building. At some point, something's got to give. But even right now, I have shipments of stuff on the way from all over the place that are going to come in and fill up these shelves. Even the shelves that were previously empty in this room are slated for things that are going to be landing in the next month or so. Some of these are daily edition projects. Some of them are American Viking projects. But we've been working on big things with groups like Dunbarton and Aganorsa and Forged Cigars through El Rey del Mundo. And we've even got more in the works after that with brands like Asylum. I've even talked a little bit with Robert Holt over at Southern Draw, hoping to get something very cool going with him. There's just a lot. And it's exciting because this is the one place where like I still get to stretch my legs with creativity as a cigar maker while being in the throes of spending my day, making the best damn cigar content online and running the Cigars Daily HQ, which surprisingly involves just a lot of invoices and spreadsheets. And it's not my favorite part of the day, but at the same time, this is like the outlet that I desperately need. And this room gets filled with all that kind of stuff. Now, for sure, I will be taking you guys inside the process through vlogs as this starts to get filled up with some of the amazing projects that are on the way. And if you have questions about how we did this or what we did, you can see right here I got some windows. Like there's like insulation now behind these windows to keep everything in here perfectly climate controlled. I think Terrence said that it took this whole room about 2 hours to reach humidity after we removed the wall, which means it took 2 hours to spread the humidity out into the other 160 square feet, which means my sonic humidifier right behind my head is doing a spectacular job of huffing out all of the distilled water that goes through it. Pretty amazing stuff. All right. Drop your comments and questions down below. And here's my big question for you. If you had a humidor space like this, what would you be filling it with? Whose cigars would excite you enough to say, I need so many of them that I have to have another room for these cigars? Put that down below. And I want to thank you guys for riding along with me for this. It has been so exciting to build Cigars Daily over the last 8 years, but even now to still have like new things to conquer, new barriers to knock down, new like areas to move into. It's like, it excites the hell out of me. And so thank you for being here, and make sure you check this video out on Rumble and on the community on Cigars Daily Plus. This is Tim signing off for Cigars Daily, and I will see you in the comments.
And right now we're looking in on a Terrence in his natural habitat. Cleaning things that he sees, doing things that need to be done that no one else has done yet. This is how Terrence exists in nature. Uh-oh, he spotted us. Now he's doing something ridiculous, which is the nature of a Terrence.